Hi, this is Class Wizard. I'm the portrait artist for TPN Manga Dub, and I also do some of the voices, so you might recognize me. This is a pederatry, and I typically, when I'm drawing these portraits, what I'll do is I'll find a pose or a picture from the anime that I like, and then I'll draw over it with this single pen. It's called the Real G Pen, and it tries to mimic the way that a regular G pen works, which is what a mangaka will use. I have one at home, and it holds ink really well and can release them at like different textures, and like the more weight you put on it, the thicker the line. So this tries to imitate that. So I actually don't change the brush size very much. It's all one brush size, and then I just kind of use the varying thicknesses by with the pressure to create some depth and to try to mimic Polska's art style, which is what I try to do as much as possible. Of course, I can't do that completely because I'm not Polska. That would be awesome, though. And then when I shade, I'll like highlight the places where I think that the shadows will go, and I'll use a screen tone or like a tone scraping brush, which kind of has this like cross hatching effect so that there are like little tiny white holes in it to make it look like it's printed. And sometimes I'll realize that maybe I need some different shades of black. I mean, it's all in grayscale, obviously. Yeah, thanks for watching. Guys, it's Class Wizard drawing another portrait. And this one's me, who there's not really a good shot of his face in the manga. I went looking for pictures beforehand and never really found anything. So I kind of just free-handed this based off of a sketch that I had done of him. So this is me sketching and accidentally erasing my own sketch because I clicked the eraser button. And then resizing it to the correct size. I draw on 1,000 pixels by 1,250 for the portraits, and then I use like, because there is no picture of him, I used Ratry as a reference, which was probably a bad decision because like Ismi's a good guy, but I mean, my boy was undercover with the Ratry, so we used Ratry as a reference. And then I, for his glasses, used the like circle tool to make a circle, and then drew underneath of it, so it was kind of round, but without the like generated roundness of the circle tool, so that way the pen, it still has some variation and some depth, and it looks hand drawn. I mean, because it is. And then this picture suffers from what I like to call my crippling right-handedness, where I draw everything kind of at a weird angle, and it's hard for me, even with reversing the canvas, to like unanglify my drawings. I probably should have warmed up a little bit. I had done some sketches beforehand, and so I was like, I'm warmed up, I can just draw me. And this took about an hour, but I was apparently not all the way warmed up. And so there I've drawn so many collared shirts because in episode 1 there's what, the 15 kids, and they all have collared shirts on. And so I put a scarf. I drew Scarf Ray because I was like, I'm tired of drawing collars. God, that sounds so wrong. It's fine, we're gonna ignore that. But the collared shirts kind of with the lab coat is what he wears in the singular picture of him that I could find from the manga. And then his glasses were round, and that's me being like, oh god, him reversing the canvas. Like, it looks okay from straight on, and then you invert it, and it's like, what is this monstrosity? So highlighting places that I think need to be colored for the shadows, and that's just boom. Suddenly this sucky drawing looks less sucky. And then for his eyes, there's this manga gradient tool that I use, and I tried to find the right gradient of the dark to light because they're usually kind of darker at the top and lighter at the bottom. At least that's what I've noticed from the manga, and I was trying to match that with this. I'm always kind of scared when I have to do these without a base because it's not my art style. I mean, I try to imitate as much as I can, but yeah, I'm not perfect. I think I like how his hair turned out overall. And after I finished this, I actually went back and like tweaked him a little more, moved his eye, and readjusted some things. But overall, I think he turned out. So yeah, thanks for watching.